Red-winged blackbird. Agellius phoeniceus. Basic description. One of the most abundant birds across North America, and one of the most boldly colored, the red-winged blackbird is a familiar sight atop cattails, along soggy roadsides, and on telephone wires. Glossy black males have scarlet and yellow shoulder patches they can puff up or hide depending on how confident they feel. Females are a subdued, streaky brown, almost like a large, dark sparrow. Their early and tumbling song are happy indications of the return of spring, backyard tips. Red-winged blackbirds may come to your yard for mixed grains and seeds, particularly during migration. Spread grain or seed on the ground as well, since this is where red-winged blackbirds prefer to feed. Find out more about what this bird likes to eat and what feeder is best by using the Project Feeder Watch Common Feeder Birds bird list. Cool facts. Different populations and subspecies of red-winged blackbirds vary markedly in size and proportions. An experiment was conducted that moved nestlings between populations and found that the chicks grew up to resemble their foster parents. This study indicated that much of the difference seen between populations is the result of different environments rather than different genetic makeups. The red-winged blackbird is a highly polygynous species, meaning males have many female mates, up to 15 in some cases. In some populations, 90% of territorial males have more than one female nesting on their territories. But all is not as it seems. 1/4 to 1/2 of nestlings turn out to have been sired by someone other than the territorial male. Male red-winged blackbirds fiercely defend their territories during the breeding season, spending more than 1/4 of daylight hours in territory defense. He chases other males out of the territory and attacks nest predators, sometimes going after much larger animals, including horses and people. Red-winged blackbirds roost in flocks in all months of the year. In summer, small numbers roost in the wetlands where the birds breed. Winter flocks can be congregations of several million birds, including other blackbird species and starlings. Each morning the roosts spread out, traveling as far as 50 miles to feed, then reforming at night. One California subspecies of the red-winged blackbird lacks the yellow borders to the red shoulders, epaulets, and has been dubbed the bicolored blackbird. Some scientists think this plumage difference may help red-winged blackbirds recognize each other where their range overlaps with the similar tricolored blackbird. The oldest recorded red-winged blackbird was 15 years, 9 months old. It was banded in New Jersey in 1967, and found alive, but injured in Michigan in 1983. It was able to be released after recovering from its injuries. Find this bird. You can find red-winged blackbirds in the breeding season by visiting cattail marshes and other wetlands, or simply by watching telephone wires on a drive through the country. Where there's standing water and vegetation, red-winged blackbirds are likely to be one of the most common birds you see and hear. Listen for the male's conch-la-lee song. In winter, search through mixed species blackbird flocks and be careful not to overlook the streaky, brown females, which can sometimes resemble a sparrow.